Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman. Now I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. Oh man, I'm so excited for all of you guys because you finally get to see this trailer out in the world. I'm not going to be reacting to it, but I am going to be breaking it down because this is the trailer that I got to see at Comic-Con back when I was there for New York Comic-Con, and it was one of my favorite things from NYCC the whole weekend, and I've just been waiting, dying for the trailer to come out so we can finally talk about it, and now we're going to. So why don't you pull up a chair, man, take a seat, we're getting ready to dive in and break down the trailer to Ryan Reynolds' upcoming new feature film called Free Guy. This is coming to us from Fox Searchlight, so it's being released under Disney. And when we saw this trailer at Comic-Con, the panel was just amazing. I mean, you had everybody there. Ryan Reynolds is just so funny, so smart, so sharp, quick on his feet. The way he interacted with fans and the other cast members was wonderful, and it was easily my favorite panel of the entire weekend. And this trailer was one of my favorite trailers because the concept for this movie is just absolutely fantastic, and it starts with just an absolutely wonderful and big cast on our hands here. As I said, we start with Ryan Reynolds, and the concept of the movie is his character Guy is an NPC, a non-playable character inside of a video game. So when we're going through the trailer, I'll kind of point out the fact that when he puts on these certain glasses, he starts seeing different things that he's not used to seeing. And it's wonderful how they play on that stuff. And Jodie Comer and Joe Keery's characters have been working on the game and elements of kind of if you could evolve characters and such inside the game in a real way. And an NPC is not supposed to be playable. It's a non-playable character. You're only supposed to interact with them, and you're not supposed to really do anything else. So at the beginning of the trailer, when you see Ryan Reynolds doing a bunch of these things, it's because that's what he's supposed to do. It's what his character is programmed to do, and he's evolving past that. He gets into the game, and the game is overseen and run by Taika Waititi, who's amazing. He had a wonderful little Comic-Con moment where he joined via satellite to talk, but it was just a recorded message, and then he trashed Reynolds. It was so funny, man. These guys know how to play with each other, and I hope maybe that's a team up we get to see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Maybe get Taika and Deadpool in there somehow. I don't know, man, because even without being on stage together at New York Comic-Con, the energy between them, it was electric. It was so much great stuff. So because we got to listen to them talk, got to see some bigger pieces of scenes and stuff like that, I want to run through this trailer, break it down with you, because obviously I can't react to it having already seen it, but I wanted to talk about it because I cannot wait. This is one of my must-see movies of 2020 already. I'm super, super excited. So we can take a look at this trailer. We got to get our trusty little travel box up. All right, man, we are ready to get nice and small, so let's shrink it on down. We are tiny. The trailer for Free Guy is down below. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look, and we'll stop it periodically, and we'll break things down. But let's dive right into the Free Guy trailer. So you see, we're starting with From the Studio That Brought You. I love this. It's such a wonderful touch. This is so Ryan Reynolds. Beauty and the Beast. Aladdin. The Lion King. So as we said, the thing with, this movie, it's a Fox Searchlight picture, so it's being released by Disney. So it comes to you from the studio that's made this, and this, because that's who's releasing the movie. But my favorite part of the trailer, twice, because all three of those movies had their original cartoon forms, and then they were all made into live action sequels. So in typical Ryan Reynolds fashion, the way he's learned to interact with studios because of Deadpool, I feel like that's totally it feels very, very much like him. Although, also, directing here is Sean Levy, who's directed a lot of things from Stranger Things. He is the Stranger Things guy, and it's no surprise that he has Joe Keery on the cast as well. And he listening to him and Reynolds on stage, they have a very good working kind of relationship where they can kind of just bounce right off of each other. So it's totally you get a sense that that's from Keery too, but it's so Ryan Reynolds, man. That's not even taking a dig, but hey man, this is a Fox movie, so it's being produced by Disney, so let's throw these huge movie names right up front, and then remind you that we've seen them all twice. Just that's the type of humor that makes Ryan Reynolds so good. But I digress. Let's continue with the trailer. And you see right here, we have a character flying in right away. Deadpool vibes, like super strong Deadpool, like, you know, when he had his X-Force diving out of the planes. The shot looked very, very similar to that, and I love it because you're coming in the trailer, and when we were at Comic-Con, I didn't know anything about this movie. So you're just like, I wonder what's going to happen. And like you're diving into this, you know, animated, you know, video game world. So we see our person diving in. You know, comes a whole new world. We see crashing cars and plays and a new brave hero. And now everything kind of switches, right? You got that the score underneath, so good, man. Like really, really, really strong. As it kind of builds, you know, you're seeing all this action, you know, things exploding, the copter going down, and then like you just see a nice serene shot of the city as we introduce our new hero. So Ryan Reynolds' character is named Guy, and for him, everything is perfect because that's how he's programmed. He's a non-playable character inside of a video game. So we are not in the real world right now, even though it looks like the real world. You'll see, you know, you're going to get more explosion stuff, but we're inside the video game world. So we get to watch Reynolds wake up. I love this, man. This is just classic Reynolds. He knows how to play this character so well, right? Like the way he spins around, just comes out, and this is what I love, man. Like when you get into this part of the trailer, you're just like, what is going on? You're inside this video game, and he's a non-playable character, so he doesn't know any better. This is just the world he lives in. People are shooting flamethrowers and shooting up the streets and coming down on zip lines. And he's just walking through the world, you know, like I'm on my way to work. But he's going to see the world in a very different way shortly. It's so good. So you're seeing people who are playing the game right now. All of these are playable characters. I love that. They put... That's so like a Fortnite thing right there, man. These online communities, you can do things. You see somebody dancing because you'll see that in games like that, specifically like Fortnite. So that's the type of world we're in. Yes, it all looks real. We're not animated characters, but that's the type of world. It's this big open map where you can go on different type of experiences. And as you know, his face is laughing. As he's walking to work, he's witnessing a robbery going on right in front of him.
Mondays, am I right, Joe? You said it, guys.
I love that. He's like, Mondays, am I right? Because the same type of things happen all the time. These are all non-playable characters. Joe, you saw the police officer who's being played by Lil Rel Howery, who was right behind him, I believe. All non-playable characters. So you're seeing bank heists and stuff from people who are playing the game, but these characters who aren't trying to interact are just part of the world that's been built already.
Don't have a good day. Great day.
Have a great day. And he gets robbed every single day of his life. That's why him and Lil Rel just drop. They know what they're doing.
I think that there's got to be more.
More than what?
The stuff we do day after day.
That's the other thing too, is I just love the diversity of the characters, right? You see like the bunny rabbit, just everybody is crazed up. Anyone who's an actual playable character, who are people online playing the game, you know, they all look jazzed up, cool, because they're in the middle of this like crazy game, while our NPCs look like normal people, right? Just regular everyday Joes. And that's, you know, the character is starting to evolve here. So he's starting to wonder, like, wouldn't it be interesting to do something other than what we normally do? Like, I wonder if there's more out there. And
Run over.
and those are totally things that you could do to non-playable characters, man. If you play the Grand Theft Auto games, you know that you can hit characters, and the way they pop up and spin around, I love that like work on the animation style of him when he's flipping around, because you get these very nonsensical movements in these games when you hit non-playable characters. So he's talking about all the things that happen to NPCs on a daily basis. You know, you don't get to be a part of the fun. You get run over, you get held up, you get robbed. What else could there be?
Today's gonna be different.
He decides to try to stop the robbery. That's the crap kicked out of him because he's not supposed to. He's not trained to do it.
This isn't you. You don't do this, man.
Lil Rel Howery, I love that Lil Rel popping up saying you don't do this. He gets into it, and then he's gonna get lucky. The gun goes off, and he ends up with the glasses. So these glasses that Ryan Reynolds is holding or would allow you to see the video game world. So to see, you know, like when you're playing a game that's kind of like this, the things that you see on your TV or your computer screen are the things that these glasses allow you to see. So you can see you're taking a heist mission. Oh, I'm gonna walk over there. I'm gonna do like a driving mission, or this is how many points I have, or my health bar. All of that stuff is gonna pop up because of these glasses. So it's all these really, really interesting things going on inside the world. We're all talking about how that guy is dead. Ryan Reynolds like, he's just sleeping. Here, boom. There you go, man. He puts it on. You see there, you got the bank heist thing pops up, and he's all confused. He's like, what? Wait, I just put on glasses, and that's not what I normally see. So he takes them back off. Boom. Very much like what you would see on your screen if you were playing a video game. And now he can see the other players, see their names, see their levels, and he's seeing things change and happen. There's a health pack. So good. I love that. I love the music is tied into it. Because a lot of these games you can hear music, or you have a radio going on. So I like when he's taking. I don't know if you had the Sweet Sweet Fantasy Baby playing in the background with Mariah Carey. This is so good, man. This is so good.
Is this what recreational drugs feel like?
He took a health pack, so he's charged all the way back up. All his attributes and everything are re-raised. So he's like, so recreational drugs feel like. Oh, finally, we get to see Miss Jodie Comer, and what's cool here is she's playing Molotov Girl. That's her character, her avatar's name inside the game. She's one of the developers, along with Joe Keery's character. And outside the game, she looks very, very different. So it's cool. Jodie Comer gets to play like two different roles. And the way she talks, her accent, everything's different. So you're getting to see her get to kind of have two different roles in the movie. And this is her kind of bringing Ryan Reynolds into her stash house. So you're going to see like all her cars and stuff in a second. This is where she can store any gear that she buys or acquires in the course of the game. And it's cool because unlike Ready Player One, which is all CGI, this is real world acting and you're CGIing things into it. But you're using all real people, and they totally learn some things from Ready Player One, even some of the Jumanji stuff, in the way that they're kind of giving you information that are very video game centric. So the way she plays with stuff in here, and you'll see other people play with stuff in the trailer come up. It's really, really cool. But here she's coming into her stash house, so we're going to see all her cars. And I love this.
It's a video game.
And now you see Comer tells him, Guy, it's a video game. Why would her avatar be telling a non-playable character that? Because her actual character, whose name I can't remember, it's not listed on IMDb, but the person who developed the game realizes that Guy is starting to come to life inside the game and has tracked him down and is actually physically talking to him. So she's giving him all the tips. She's introducing him to what the world he's walking into is. It's going to show him basically how to play the game. It's really, really awesome, dude. Like, I tell you, this game is going to be so good. So you see the world needs a new hero. Here, I think this is probably going to be some sort of like a pause function. Games you can pause when things are actually happening. They kind of freeze. So you see kind of Guy getting to walk around when there's explosions and, rocket launchers are going off and helicopters and all sorts of crazy stuff is going on. But I love what Comer is saying here, where she's getting ready to talk about how like this world is just full of bad guys. And we see Taika Waititi. And he is going to be our main antagonist. Like I said, he's the guy who kind of runs the company that's making the game. And he is one of those kind of braggadocious, very dial him up, just like sarcastic, witty, total dickhead. And that was the interactions. Like I said, his message was like, okay, ask me a question, and like leaves like a pause, and Ryan's going into a long question. He like paused for like a short question. And he's like, yeah, whatever. And then it kind of scrambles out, and he's talking to like his assistant. Like, can you believe this Ryan Reynolds guy? Like, F this guy. Their relationship on stage at Comic-Con was so funny. I can't wait to see them not interact, or if they do interact. I wonder if Taika Waititi's character will get brought into the game so he can interact with Ryan Reynolds, because Ryan Reynolds is a non-playable character. They won't interact, but right off the bat, man, the little thing here, you see him just kind of sitting back, kicking his legs, and then this where he says,
I'm a rattle snake.
you just tell he's gonna be a bad guy.
We need you to be the good guy.
So what they're trying to do is that there's technology built in there, and I think so that they don't lose it, they need Guy to help them like be a good guy to survive inside the game, to help kind of prove that their technology is working. I believe that it's something in that realm. So he's gonna start playing the game, which is just, it's such a genius boom, right there. Just see how she shot the rocket launcher, it just kind of disappeared like digitally into her back. That's the way you can kind of just pull things out, swap guns, select different things. And here you can see where we paused it, we're back inside. It's probably not her stash house, but somebody else's stash house. You have a bunch of cars here, but I love that technology look of how it just like can materialize and come back. There are games where things are like that. The games are getting more real now, where like you wear the gun on, you actually take it and move it. But for something like this that needs to move quick, fast, look sleek, have all these different weapon sets and stuff, perfectly capturing the video game stuff. Oh, I'm so psyched.
Wow. Giddy up.
See here, they're running into some bad guys. You're getting a fun action scene. Reynolds jumps on the motorcycle. Comer does a cool flip. It's 2 Glocks. We got an extension of this scene at Comic-Con, and it was so much fun. Their chemistry is fantastic. I can't wait to see them do more. You see them shoot out, slow-mo style.
I'm not going to be the good guy. I'm going to be the great guy.
He's so innocent.
Well, enjoy your lifetime supply of virginity. Off you go.
That's also one of the scenes that we got an extension of at Comic-Con, and that line's so good. He is literally like so super nice. That's right at the beginning of him starting to kind of figure everything out and start learning as Comer's kind of introducing it to him, and he still doesn't have that edge. He's just part of what that NPC is, that non-playable character. He's just a super sweet, genuinely nice guy. So he's like, I'm not gonna be a good guy. I'm gonna be a great guy. Oh, so much fun. And the things that they're playing with, dude, like the script looks really, really strong, which is coming to us from Matt Lieberman, and like I said, Sean Levy directing. Listening to him talk about the movie, the type of humor that you can just see inherently in the trailer, and like I said, the clips and things that we were seeing, just the way that he plays with the cast and things of that nature. I think this movie's in really, really good hands. I think it's in hands that know what they're talking about. They know this culture, this lifestyle. I think Lieberman's script is really leaning into the types of things that a video game movie should lean into. The visuals are leaning into those things, and you can see as video game movies are starting to get better, not necessarily movies that are adapted off of video games, but movies about video games. Jumanji, even though I didn't think it was a great Jumanji movie, Welcome to the Jungle was a great, fantastic video game movie. Same with Ready Player One, just different things that these movies are taking from the video game culture and world and how games work and adapting them into movies, giving us really, really cool stuff. And this concept is just genius, man, because you run into NPCs all the time, and sometimes they're glitchy, sometimes it's just like, why would you say that? Like, you're just too nice for this situation, and things like that. That's how games are. To see one of those characters come to life, realize they're in a video game, and start playing that game. I'm really interested in, like I said, more on the development of the story itself. I want to see more about like where it's going, what that third act could be leading to, what the goal is. Like I said, I think Taika Waititi's trying to stop them from utilizing certain technology that's built into the game that's allowing Guy to come to life. And it's gonna be, I think, probably somewhere in that realm. But like I said, I'm super psyched for this movie. It was one of my favorite things at New York Comic Con when I saw the trailer and that panel. The panel was genius. It was absolutely brilliant. I'm a huge Ryan Reynolds fan. Seeing him live in person was great, man. He ripped on a couple fans that were like asking dumb questions during the Q&A. Not in like a bad way, like in a totally fun, loving, non-mean-spirited way, but like just the way he can deliver it, and that makes him perfect for movies like this. So he's so ingrained in the culture, and he loves all this stuff. So you can see what it's reflected in the people that are making the movie. And I'm really, really psyched, for Jodie Comer and Lil Rel Howery and Joe Keery. I think it's a great cast. This movie looks fun. I'm done, man. We just broke this thing down. Gave you all sorts of details. I don't know if you knew it or didn't know it, but now, hopefully, you do know some things that we were able to learn at New York Comic Con. We can talk about there in the trailer. I want to know now that I've talked for an obscene amount of time. What are you thinking about Free Guy, man? Are you a Ryan Reynolds fan? Are you psyched to see this movie? Are you psyched to see what we get with this type of movie? Do these video game movies interest you? What about it is working or not working for you? Let me know everything you're thinking about the trailer down below. If any of the information I gave you was helpful, things that you were intrigued by that maybe you didn't just get from watching the trailer. Anything you're thinking, man, if I was helpful or not, let me know down below in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed this video, you can let me know that way too by giving me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the C-Man as we approach any of our upcoming films. Specifically this one. This is one of my top on 2020's list right now, though. We watched that Wonder Woman trailer. That's up there too. That looks so good. You can see my reaction to that right up there. But please, if you're interested in any of the things that we're doing, you want to come hang out, join the Cinema Sit Down Squad, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell so you get alerts every time we drop a new video. You do that, I'll keep cranking on videos over here. And until next time, for the C-Man's Cinema Sit Down, I'm the C-Man. I'm signing off. Get out here, babies. Well, if you aren't still here, looking for something else to check out that's C-Man related, why don't you check out a video like this guy or this guy? And if you really want to help the C-Man out in year 2, hit that subscribe button and come join the Cinema Sit Down Squad, kids. You know what to do. See ya.